So we begin in Oakland. A former coach who made an impact on the lives of young people for decades has now died after he was shot on campus yesterday. John Beam was the athletic director at Laney College after a long career as the football coach. In Oakland, he was a staple in the community, loved by his former players long after they hung up their cleats. An Oakland man was arrested earlier this morning in connection with that deadly shooting, which happened just before noon yesterday. We're live with team coverage on this investigation and the outpouring of support for Coach Beam. So let's begin with Brad Hamilton with more on that investigation. Brad.
Yeah, Ryan, as this community mourns the loss of Coach Beam, we're learning new details about the shooting that ultimately ended his life. Police have confirmed that this was a targeted incident. The man they believe responsible, a 27-year-old from Oakland, is in custody. Just one day after legendary Laney College football coach John Beam was shot on campus, Oakland Police Chief Floyd Mitchell confirmed this community's worst fear at a press conference on Thursday.
Unfortunately, Coach Beam passed away this morning from a gunshot wound that he sustained yesterday. I know that Coach Beam meant a lot to the Oakland community and beyond.
What's emerging now? New details on the suspect and how police used cameras to track his every move after leaving Laney College. Police identified him as 27-year-old Cedric Irving Jr. He was not a Laney student, but police say that he was known to loiter on or around campus. Cedric Irving Jr. played high school football at Skyline in Oakland, but not when Beam was coached there.
The suspect did know Coach Beam, but I will say they did not have a relationship.
Investigators say that Irving was found around 3:15 this morning, arrested by Alameda County Sheriff's deputies at the San Leandro BART station. A weapon was recovered that matched the casings recovered at the scene. Assistant Police Chief James Beer described this as a tragic incident, but a motive remains under investigation.
We'll say that Coach Beam, although they did not have a close relationship, was open to helping everybody in our community.
Beer credited surveillance video and witness accounts for helping investigators zero in on their suspect, sharing that the community might still be in danger without it.
We used the cameras from Laney College to residences to be able to track them to the downtown area. We utilized the cameras from the uptown downtown bid all the ways to even into North Oakland, out to East Oakland, which brought us to the Alameda County Sheriff's Department again to pull bus video footage, and at which point with the bus video footage the deputy was able to recognize the individual to take him into custody.
For many, this loss is personal. Beam's impact on Oakland football spans decades, from Skyline High School's championships to Laney College, even as the star of Netflix's show Last Chance U. Piedmont Police Chief Frederick Chaves first met Beam as an 8th grader.
John was so much more than a coach. He was a father figure to thousands of not only men but young women in our community. I would just ask that you all keep coaches, all of the Skyline and Laney alums, in your prayers. And I know that if Coach was here, he would end by saying, 2 claps, ready, ready.
Chief Chaves also released a statement from Coach's family saying that they are devastated, but they are overwhelmed by the outpouring of support for all those that knew Coach. As for the suspect, he was not known to police before this incident. They say they are still reviewing the motive. As for the DA, they are reviewing the case for charges. Ryan?
All right, Brad Hamilton reporting live in Oakland. In the meantime, Mayor Barbara Lee spoke this afternoon. She called Coach Beam a giant in Oakland who never stopped fighting for the city's youth.
Coach Beam's legacy isn't measured in championships or statistics, even though they are great. It's measured in the thousands of young people he believed in, mentored, and refused to abandon, including my nephew while at Skyline High School.
Our Da Lin continues our team coverage from Laney College, hearing from some of the many people whose lives were touched by Coach Beam. Da?
That's right, Ryan. The Laney College community is in mourning this evening. Coach Beam was celebrated for transforming lives on and off the football field. A lot of students say the coach shaped who they are today. For freshman defensive end Aleem Othman, the news came like a punch to the chest.
When I heard it was coach, like, it was hard. It was like, wow. I was in shock. I didn't really believe it.
Aleem says Coach Beam wasn't just a coach and athletic director at Laney. He was a force, demanding, intense, and always pushing his players to be better.
Very stern and strict, but in a good way that you can learn from.
For more than 4 decades in Oakland, Coach Beam built a reputation as one of the most influential educators and coaches in the state. In 2012, he took over as head football coach at Laney, guiding the Eagles to 2 league titles and a state championship. He was named the California Community Colleges Athletic Association Coach of the Year.
He could like talk to me, to you, to anybody, and he'll make you feel good. Like he'll make you want to run through a wall for him.
Over 45 years at Laney and Skyline High School, Beam coached more than 2,500 football players, including more than 30 who made it to the NFL.
Told you, man, I used to catch arrows.
Nationally, Beam became the household name when Netflix Last Chance U featured the Laney Eagles in 2020, showing his unfiltered passion, his iconic mustache, and his fierce love for Oakland. Retired Oakland Police Chief LaRon Armstrong says Beam had a special ability to reach young men who most of society often overlooked.
Some of them had made poor decisions in their life and that they needed a second chance, and not many people would give it to them, but John would. He was a man that could deal with this unique population of individuals.
Longtime friends and former players say the loss is impossible to measure.
It's a huge loss. There's definitely a void. We're talking about an individual who for 40 years helped more people in Oakland than anyone else.
My mind's racing around, I'm thinking of the good times and just why.
Back at Laney, students like Aleem are trying to make sense of it while holding on to the lessons Coach Beam lived by.
He would just want you to push on, finish your education, and follow your passions. That's really what he would want anyone to do, really.
An icon and a legend here in Oakland and in the East Bay, Ryan. Now, friends and former players are trying to work with Skyline High School to get them to rename the football field after Coach Beam. Back to you.
Yeah, that would be a huge honor. He'll definitely be missed. Thank you, Da Lin. Well, our Vern Glenn did have a chance to interview Coach Beam before he retired as the football head coach last year. He spoke about how he wanted to be remembered.
I want people to say, like, you know what, that Beam, Coach Beam, he didn't cheat the city. He didn't cheat us. He gave us everything that he had.
And we want to extend our condolences to Coach Beam's family and all those lives that he did touch. We will continue to follow any developments with this investigation right here on KPIX. And one more note, during today's news conference, Oakland Mayor Barbara Lee announced Assistant Chief James Beer as OPD's interim police chief. He is a 20-year veteran of the department, will take over after Chief Floyd Mitchell steps down in December.